Hello, welcome back. Last time I reached the beginning of Chapter 2 and managed to forge ahead to see every room other than the boss room here. I guess I'll assume that either the stairs are in this room or the rough map I got just doesn't reveal one of these two rooms and that contains the stairs. I wonder if treasure crypts are still a thing. Gonna have to wait till the end of the level to find out. Will that be today? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so now that I know... These are the refills on the way to the boss that you can choose to take if you want to spend potentially really expensive keys. 3 yellows to get into the boss. We're just going to work backward from here. This is not the way that I like to do things. Okay. Green in this room, green key for those things. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Homeland. Structurally. There's a shop of sorts here. There's a shortcut of sorts there. Right, this mud baby. I never actually defeated that. I took the tunnel shortcut to see what was happening. Okay. Wraithwing Rock Golem, or this. Okay, so where was I? Was that this room? Yes, okay. There's a mess of room connections all over here. This room has a shield in it. Okay, there is a shield. I already have a sword, but there is a shield, so that gives me a focal point for what I may want to go after first. This is water. I don't have flippers, so I won't be crossing this way. If I want that shield without spending a blue key, which I certainly do, I'll be going this route, probably. Unless I want to go this route. Hey, maybe I do. Maybe I do want to use a yellow key to avoid that mud baby fight. That could be. Is that a cave mud baby? Yeah, it's a cave baby. Okay. Alright, so... Now, there's a blue key in this room. Is there a blue door here? No. Where exists a blue door? Does that key have a specific lock that I'm expected to put it into? Is it beyond the shield? Actually, yeah, where are there blue doors anywhere in this entire layout other than here? This is the only one I currently, at this moment, know about. Here's another. Sure doesn't look like that's one that I would open. Blue things, where are you? Blue things that are door. There are lots of blue things. But the particular one I'm looking for, I am not seeing. So if there's no blockade, then this key is not currently a goal. Alright, so I will just ignore the blue key until I run into an obstacle that requires me to have one. Because I'm not seeing any of those. Okay, so if shield is my short-term goal, standing in the way of it. I mean, yeah, okay, there's this. I guess that's the one. That's where the key is suggested to go. But I will save it for later instead by going this way. At least, that's what I assume I'll do. I'll see how that actually works out. Okay, so... Cave Wraith. Cave Roach, Cave Baby... These two spiders, well, we'll see how the relative costs look once I get there. Spiders have 80, babies have 250, 40, 80, 15 for. So spider defense being higher, they will improve faster than the cave baby. So by the time I get here, I expect this compared to that to look much more appealing than it currently does. Assuming this opens both of those, going down here to spend this key not only saves me this fight, it gets me in the short term these resources, which I would have later, following my normal policy of avoiding using keys and instead fighting things, if that's an option, would imply going this route. It just depends on resources on hand, whether that would make sense or not. Okay. So this cave wraith is very much in the way. You will lead me to a shop. What room am I in right now? Just northeast of where I am? No, I am here. Okay. Now I approach this from the shop route. Okay, so I'm going through the spider, going through the evil eye. Is it a cave eye? It sure is. Unless I'm going through here, which I clearly am not. That, I cannot imagine ever opening any of these. However, this house is extremely in my way, so 2 yellows to get through there. I currently have 1. Then there's a split, so I can either go this northern route and end up going through this cave route, roach, or the southern route, also go through a cave roach, and this spider. But southern route is a little more direct. Kinda. There's also a cave eye in the way both ways. Okay, so hang on. So inventory. From here to there on the north route. 1 roach, 2 roach. Alright, 2 roach, 1 eye, 1 ants. Ant nest. Other route. 1 eye, 1 roach, 1 spider. Let's do that by numbers. 300, 480, 600. So 600 on the south route to go there directly. Except I get this shield gem, so that changes things a bit. 120, 245, 425, I think that adds up to. 725. Even more. And I eventually get a power gem. Yeah, so north looks distinctly less appealing. Okay, so Cave Eye, 4 more attack to make you cheaper. What if... there's the buttons. What if I just did this immediately? No, hang on, let me just check if there's anything... Nothing I can see. I want this early, I'm spending a lot of health to get it, that might end up being okay. Now, so here is a fight and a key trade for a bunch more keys that I probably will take because I will need more yellow keys. I'd prefer to wait on those if I could. There's a lot of stuff I'd prefer to wait on if I could. That's kind of what the game's all about. I'm gonna say going straight for this gem makes sense. Because, okay, well I could hit a roach attack threshold. That would only save me 18 health, which is not much. And shield gems are best gotten as early as possible. So there's some attack there through a spider that I'm going through anyway, which would cheapen that same spider by 36. But there isn't a route to a power gem that's more sensible than that, I think. Except for this one. Okay, so then the cave ants don't improve by as much, so now is actually the time for this battle. By that way of measuring. So now I can get this, make the spider cheaper, survive that encounter, and have enough yellow keys to get through here. And there's nothing else I want to spend them on in the immediate term, is there? Tell me about that orb up there. The way to find that out is to go like this. It does not open this door, but one of my keys can. This is a very nice cache here. What's behind? You're facing... there's a button for this. Oh boy. There's a button to show and hide the numbers over top of monsters. I've seen it. I've used it. Well, F6 takes me to settings, so clearly that's not what's happening. Hold stats, level stats... Like this is editor stuff. See up switch on show help on settings off screen. Show help? No, not that kind of help. Ask menu, F1 help. Display combat and item values? There we go. Alright, so you're facing northwest. Now I can see that clearly. And could I not have inferred that from the side that was covered by the text being the only side that's covered by the text and not seeing the pupil elsewhere? Yes, I could have. But now I've seen clearly. Alright, so approaching you from behind is probably the way that I want to get here. So approach you from behind, take those rewards, open this, hit that, open that. Now that's using some of my keys. So right, so basically like I have a choice of yellow key usage between getting further in here and this health. Ah, so that gets me access to that Cave Wraith, who is about to improve by an amount that is significant. Would I survive on the way in here now? No, I'm a little short. My health is not quite up to the task. I could open one of these, take this, go in here, claim those resources, and then I guess fight the spider? Well, I can fight the spider after... Well, I wouldn't have these things. I would just have this, which wouldn't help me hit a threshold. So I need another key from elsewhere still. And those are the ones available. If I went deeper in, what is yellow key availability here? Well, it's this. For you, though, I really want that one more attack. Yeah, I want it. Do I think I'll get it, though? Well, I can go here now-ish. Yeah, okay. So I can go here for this attack, ignore the rest of that, and get it after I fight the Cave Wraith. I think that's what makes sense. So I need some health to survive the trip to the west there. That's the health I will take. I'm behind you, so now that's cheaper. Roach has just got cheaper, which is great. I have one yellow key remaining, which I will use on this door. Then I fight you to get more. 14 attack, not happening anytime soon. But what I want is these things right now.
Psst. Hey, you!
We've had this conversation already. I did not have enough Greckles to buy anything you offered me. Now I will take an immediate look ahead and see if there's a yellow key cache that I really, really want in the immediate future. Yes, this. Okay, so where's that yellow key coming from? Hang on, so if I get 3 from this, it's one of those 3. That's where it comes from, because I'm only spending 2 here. Okay. I'm convinced enough for now. So there's no fighting to do these activities. Alright, and that was a really good cache. Great stuff in there. This roach will never need to be fought, but I probably will anyway at the end of the level if I can zero it. Okay. So got that attack, you are at decent stats for fighting, and yeah, I still don't have...
You look like somebody on it. I've got some bargains for you, you brave.
50, 50... I could buy a yellow key. Okay, so yellow key is available. Great. 30 Greckles for yellow. Oh. I'd like to see what the backtracking policy is in this part of the game before I commit to buying anything. Once I learn that, though, I probably will need to go back in time and buy a bunch of things. So I'm not improving you anytime soon. There are no more stats to my west, right? I got them all. Unless I want to go into easy mode. There are keys and potions. Okay. I guess I could buy a key in the shop, but that wouldn't get me stats. So no, this is where things are at. Those are now touchable. Here's a stat. But it's an attack. This, though, is a defense. Meaning I want it soon. This skip is absolutely worth it right now. Noted. Yeah. Blub blub blub. Can't go that way. But that would use the key that's currently allocated toward the shield, which is much more valuable than the thing I was just looking at. This is probably okay. That trade is bad. Maybe. That trade might be okay? It's hard to tell. Anyway, so I'm looking for this shield and my health is very low, so I'm going to have to address that before I address the shield, I think. Alright. How do I do this part? I'm feeling like all my decisions up to this point have made pretty good sense. So I'm saving. And I have that shop save too if I want something to come back to there. Go away. Now, fighting you from the back is a better approach, but I'd have to spend a key and fight a Wraithwing. No, just spend a key. But then that's the key that's supposed to go here. So yeah, I want to go there now, but I need some stuff first. Alright, so let's find a way to judge yellow key values. Judging by this, a yellow key is worth 350 health. Judging by this, a yellow key is worth 300 health. So I'm going to say that double door is just a slightly better than nominal value. Oh hey, here's a trade I don't hate. Trade I don't hate for health. I would love to delay it as long as possible. Oh, this one's even better, isn't it? You're going to improve sooner. Hitting me 6 times. The shield would zero this roach. Not quite. The shield would almost zero this roach. The shield and a shield gem would. Because the shield's plus 10, right? Yeah. So shield and this thing would zero all roaches. Okay, so in terms of the things I am up against here. 8 more not gonna happen, 6 more not gonna happen, 2 would. Okay, so 2 attack saves me 72 there. But if I'm fighting to get that attack... Oh, hold on. So there are some stats available. A Wraithwing. Cave Wraith. Shield would save me 30 on you. But then I need a key, and that involves a bunch of stuff. Right, what's the cheapest yellow key I can get right now? The shop. And there was not a single Greckle gate on this entire level. So Greckles are for buying things now, not opening doors. Just checking to see if I spot one. I do not. Okay, so I could buy a yellow key at the shop. They're pretty inexpensive, and they're likely to hold their value well. So buying health at the shop, how does that compare to this trade? 400 health, 20 Greckles. So common divisor between those two is 2 yellow keys is 1200 health. Whoa, okay. So I can buy 1200 health for the cost of 2 yellow keys. Therefore, it would be ridiculous to buy yellow keys for the purpose of opening these doors. Spending money on health doesn't feel great. Oh, well, I can also just buy attack and defense if I have a couple more Greckles. Those investments are likely to be good. But they are investments, that's long term. Oh, I want to check something. If I would buy a yellow... Is this a finite stock? Yes, okay, that's not repeatable. So I will deplete your stock of things. So I can't buy 1200 health, I can only buy 800 total. Got it. So, going on the assumption I want to deplete your stock of things, is the correct move then, buy 800 health, go get the shield. Because I can afford 800 health now. Would I instead prefer a stat? Like, I want the stats. I'll get... Oh, I get... Okay, sure, so you're worth 8. You're worth 6. Roach is worth 3. So after Wraith and Roach, I would have enough for a something, but I can't survive both Wraith and Roach right now. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna look at your price sheet again. I think I want to buy out this entire shop. Probably. That's my current guess. Those are 50 each. Okay, so I'm going to make a save and buy 400 health. Let's start there, and I'll probably be back for 400 more. And yeah, I only have 20 Greckles, so if I'm buying something now, it is health. And if I buy another 400, that does get me to the shield. Let's do it! I could now buy a yellow key, which I do not choose to do. Alright, so that was my shield route. Now, roaches are not quite zeroed, but they will be very cheap. 12. One more shield gem will zero them. Alright, so shield in hand. That goal is accomplished. Let's choose the next one. You're the next semi-major goal. The more short-term goal would be this gem. And I don't want to go through a rock golem to get there, cave golem. Yeah. So I'd like to go down this way, which means I need a yellow key. Yeah, so using this key now feels worth it. I have 23 Greckles. Cave Wraiths give 6. That leaves me 1 short of being able to buy the key that I want. I could fight a roach that's blocking some potions. Yeah, so fighting this roach... I could also just go get these keys. Yeah, that's few hits. I have the defense that I'm gonna... Yeah, that's... Okay, those are the... Wait, hang on. Why do I need keys? For... this stat. Yes, okay. So I am saying that this is the correct action. Now, hold up, hold up. There's a spider guarding a solitary key here. I do have to go through another spider or some ants for it, though. So if that's 72 damage, this is less damage taken per key, if I want to think of it that way, and I think I do. Green key here for when I need green. Sure, there's this yellow, but that's behind a lot more monsters. I need a yellow to get in there. This one's nice and cheap, but it is semi-guarded, sort of. I want to zero these first, which I will be doing shortly. There is a yellow key here for the same cost, essentially, as the other one, and these are monsters that I will be defeating anyway. Except, no, I want to go through the roach. Okay, so what did I decide? That this is the correct action? That's what it seems. So then you. And I just survive this to zero that roach and claim its health. Great! That times very nicely. Clink! Alright, so spiders are still hurting a bit. I can get that 60 more health by fighting that one when I wish to. I can claim this health when I'm ready to. Okay. And this, yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff available. You're zeroed, so I can go through there. You're looking almost doable. I really would prefer not to open this door. Okay. +1 will knock that down to what? What the? There we go. 480. Okay. So right, because you have 50 defense, I was only hitting you for 4 damage there. Your health is 100. You're hitting me 16 times. Yeah, so your damage values will rapidly decrease as my attack increases. But you are standing very much in the way. So I do have a yellow key. I think my next destination is right here. Before I do that, I'm going to make a save in case I end up changing my mind immediately. So that increased my key count by 1. It also gave me access to some more things like, for example, this, which I will want to pick up pretty much right now. Okay. So Golem's down to 480, and then if I claim this again, that takes it to 360. Okay, and I can't quite handle it as it is. I bought all the health in the shop. Oh, I'm at 50 Greckles. I should be buying defense. Yes. Okay, I did that. 448. 336. Okay. So I still don't quite make it there yet. Are there any stats here? I got them all. Okay, so since I got all the stats, other than what's in the shop, unless I want to hunt down Greckles, I just need to get enough health for... This is the good health trade I want to take. And then go behind for that one. Yeah, I want to get enough health to fight the Golem now. And since if all I'm getting is health, I will take this first because it improves things. 336. Any more attack would also improve things further. But there's none available. That was the last stats. So here I take... I can fight you because you're basically free. Well, yeah, you were actually free. So, 659, I mean that's Golem killing health. And yeah, just don't have the means to improve you any further. I don't want to open that door, so here we go. Alright. So that big goal is accomplished. This is health when I'm ready to pick it up. This is attack when I'm ready to pick it up. Would it help with the Cave Wraith? Yes. I'm ready to pick it up. Okay. So that gets me an autosave. That's basically a new checkpoint I've seen. This is like the halfway point of the level. I'm at 30 Greckles. That can buy a yellow key, which I am out of. So keep that in mind. Okay, doing it second half of level next time.